It's Friday, it's the weekend, I'm excited. How y'all doing? I talk about forgiveness and, that's something that ruffles feathers because a lot of people have had awful things done to them, they really have. And I'm not talking about abuse, I'm not talking about that kind of stuff, that people go through or children go through and stuff like that. I'm just talking about the way people screw us over, the way people, accuse us of things, make up things, try to damage our reputation, try to damage, our friendships, relationships with other people, so on and so forth, with that nonsense and stuff. Now, unforgiveness breeds a lot of awful things, and two of those things is going to be, resentfulness and bitterness. That's what you're going to get from unforgiveness. Now, a lot of people don't forgive and they hold on to that and stuff, and I like that saying, it's like drinking a poison and thinking the other person's going to die. Now, I'm not one that is not for consequences and accountability. I forgive, one of the main reasons because I don't forget. So I remember everything that people have done to screw me over. I remember it down to the tiniest detail and stuff. I remember the words that people said, so on and so forth. So if I didn't forgive, I'd be a very unhappy, miserable person. You see a lot of miserable people out there and stuff. You see, people that are very wealthy and stuff that have everything you could ever ask for. And you look at their behavior on social media or even in public, and they're the biggest jerks and morons and a-holes on the planet. You have everything, and you're still an awful human being. Like, who does that? But that's why you gotta forgive people, because there's so many people that are just so screwed up in the head and stuff that, life will deal with them in their own way. Like I said, those people who are very wealthy and who have everything, that are miserable people, that lord it over people, that are just nasty and just self-centered and all that stuff, trust me, life has done a number to them. They can sit there and act like they have everything in the world and lord it over everyone, but people who are happy, people who have good lives, people who have fulfilling lives, they don't act like that. I mean, it's pretty simple. They don't act like that. So this may be two different things, unforgiveness, and this may be talking about how people live unhappy lives, but I think all of those things go together. So just something to think about this Friday before you have an awesome weekend, because you are going to have an awesome weekend. You're going to have a fun weekend. You're going to have a good weekend. You're just going to have the best time this weekend, and we're going to talk again on Monday, and we're going to just share with each other how awesome it was. So have an awesome Friday. You're an awesome, amazing human being, and I love you so much. Peace out. Bye.